Hello and welcome to Studio 7. This month we're celebrating all the things we are grateful for. And today our focus is on home. Dorothy said it best when she said there's no place like home. And that's especially true this week on Studio 7 as we unveil our new set, Our New Home. In today's Style File, we're giving you a tour of our beautiful new space. You'll get to meet the pros who made it all happen and find out why they chose the pieces they did to create this modern, fresh, transitional look. As we move closer to Thanksgiving, Jessica Fair has some ideas for transforming our tables from drab to fab. And Renee Elford is here to get us ready for the holidays. She has some perfect ideas for quick and easy things that you should keep around your house over the next few weeks. So, to kick things off, how about a look around our new place? We partnered with Carter's Furniture in Midland to create a space that is perfect for Studio 7, where we're all about inspiration, style for our everyday living.
For weeks, we've been working to create the perfect space for Studio 7. It all started with our very own Greg Morgan. Yes, that Greg Morgan, who also has talents beyond the camera as well. He framed the set, hung the sheetrock, and plastered the walls. Next, the brilliance that is Andrea Blair. The owner of Broads with Brushes is an artist, painting layer after layer to achieve the final look. Finally, the furniture. Lots and lots of furniture and accessories, all from Carter's amazing showroom. Greg Galvan and Echo Johnson spearheaded the design process from beginning to end.
We wanted it to be girly, but fun and funky and kind of up to date. Transitional is the real big style right now, so I feel like this kind of pulls kind of the Carter style with the transitional style that we wanted to represent for the store. It's not over-the-top contemporary, but it's a little more edgy.
I'm going to give each one of you a chance to say one or two or three, however many of your favorite things.
I love the ottomans, and then I know this is minor, but I love this pillow. Like, the pillow is what made me want to use these colors and go this way, was this one pillow.
The chair that you're sitting in, it's kind of retro. I think it's so cool. Again, that's a retro chair with a little bit transitional sofa, but it works together, and I think the pillows tie it in. And again, that retro lamp over there in that sort of bluish turquoise color, I think that's one of my favorites. And probably lastly, my favorite thing is the expression on your face when you saw it done. I think you were really excited, and of course I think that made us excited. And
put it all together and it's truly the perfect setting. Welcome home.
A huge thanks to all the people who partnered with us to make this set look so fabulous. Greg Morgan got us all started with the construction and the flooring. Andrea Blair, the owner of Broads with Brushes, spent countless hours achieving the perfect finish for our walls. And Kim Duncan got us all organized. Jacob Heredia and Jesus Rodriguez did all the heavy lifting with the furniture. And of course, we want to thank Greg Galvan and Echo Johnson from Carter's, who were delightful to work with and chose the perfect look for our new home. This is the beginning of a long and exciting partnership. So even with a beautiful space like this, sometimes we need to get out of the house and live a little. So today we are on the move with Sharon Gaines, with a preview of a hot new entertainment center in Midland. This sounds like so much fun.
It is pretty much an entertainment and amusement heaven. You know, we've got movie theaters, we've got arcades, we've got dine-in theater, not here, but in down.